And the only thing that wokeness has to offer in exchange is to brainwash bright young minds like you to believe that you are victims, to believe that you have no agency, to believe that what you must do to improve the world is to complain, is to protest, is to throw soup on paintings. And we on this side of the house are not on this side of the house because we do not wish to improve the world. We sit on this side of the house because we know that the way to improve the world is to work, is to create, it is to build.
You know, it's funny when he talks about people like him believing in hard work, creating, innovation, building, and so on. This guy's a comedian. What did he build? And he's ridiculing people for complaining about climate change. Well, it was those complaints that's the only reason that there even is a renewable clean energy sector in the first place. But you know, there's something else to say here. Not about this guy, but about the comment that I was tagged in. I have to say, I really don't understand. I've said this before. I don't understand this obsession with debates. You know, as soon as someone gives their opinion about something or a perspective or an analysis or what have you, one of the first reflexes that people have is to say, oh, you should debate so-and-so. He has the polar opposite opinion as you. What's the point? What is the point of that? Let's put one person from this end of the spectrum in a debate with this person at the other complete opposite end of the spectrum. You know, no one watches these kind of things to learn something. No one watches to understand anything. They watch for the collision of two opposites. It's like WWE for nerds. You know, look how the West is. They turn even intellectual discourse into a combat sport. It's trivializing. Everything has to be a fight with these people. And it's never about making actually sound arguments, just clever arguments, sound bites, mic drops, you know? Who can be more witty? Who can be more obnoxious? Who can be more charismatic than the other one? This is not what intellectual discussion is supposed to be about, in my opinion. I mean, if neither side is open to change their mind, they're not open to listen, they're not open to reevaluate or to learn from the other side, there's just no point in engaging with each other. Why would you do that? And the way it's set up now is that you won't even be invited to a debate if you have not already proven to be completely intractable in your position, because the whole point is the clash. And if a person does become convinced by the other person that they're debating, they become convinced that that person is closer to the truth, and then he changes his position, well, he'll be regarded as having lost the debate, when in actuality, he would be the one to win, in my view, because he's proven that he genuinely cared about having the right understanding, not about defending his own understanding, whether it's right or wrong. The whole thing is pointless. And I think it's degrading to actual intellect and to thought and to actual discourse. And of course, it's just the usual Western approach. Clash, collide, conflict, and try to obliterate your opponent. This is the opposite of productive, in my opinion. But people have this strange and unhealthy habit of deliberately watching people whose views make them angry. And they want, and you know, then they get angry, and then they want to see that person humiliated or punished or embarrassed or what have you. I mean, why are you watching this person to begin with? I mean, it's one thing to listen to views that you disagree with so that you can maybe reevaluate your own views. But people are literally watching these people just to make themselves angry. It makes no sense to me. You know, you understand that these people only have a platform, and they're only getting platformed because people do this kind of thing. I mean, this guy in this clip is a shameless right-wing Western supremacist, dishonest hack. I mean, if you like what he says, okay. But the person commenting here is saying that Shahid should debate him. It means that you hate what he's saying and you want to see me smash him. All you have to do is ignore him, honestly. Have mercy on your own brain. For goodness sakes. Okay, you want to hear what I'll say. You want to hear what my arguments would be, so that you could maybe use those types of arguments if you meet people who happen to agree with this guy. Look, this is just part of the talking point poker game. This guy was dealt a hand from the deck of right-wing cards. He didn't think of anything that he said. None of that's from his own mind. He was just reciting from the deck, from the cards that they gave him, except maybe for the bad jokes. And then someone else might be reciting from cards that were dealt from the left-wing deck, you know, or they might take whatever points that I might say. But none of this constitutes thought. None of this is discourse. It's just one side showing the cards from their deck and another side showing the cards from their deck. It's pointless. And you know, this complete lack of real discussion, lack of real discourse, lack of real communication, this is what you all call free speech. So I guess it's no wonder that your great advocates of so-called Western civilization are all comedians.